Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for Yoga Storytime. My name is Rachel. I'm one of the children's librarians here at the San Mateo County Libraries. So for Yoga Storytime, we pick a book that helps to inspire the yoga poses and movements that we take with our bodies. We are on week 4 of a series of books by Susan Verde and Peter H. Reynolds. This book we're reading, I Am Love, a book of compassion. But before we get started, let's get started by singing our own song. Let's welcome everybody to the space. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands up to your heart center, to your heart space. And let's rub them together to get some energy flowing. Ready? Rub your hands. Sit up tall. Take a deep breath. Om. Good job, friends. Good job. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat. You're welcome to grab your yoga mat, your sticky yoga mat. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can always grab a blanket, a towel, anything that is comfortable for you to sit up on for our book and then our practice and play later. Let's get started by reading our story today. So go ahead and find your book pose. I'm going to scoot back. Whoops, there's a chair behind me. I'm going to scoot back just a little so you can see my legs, the tops of my knees. Go ahead and put your feet on the floor in front of you. Got your legs bent here. Imagine that your legs are the covers of your book and use your hands to help guide them open. You can bring your feet to touch in front of you. This is also called butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana, which is a cobbler's pose. Go ahead and let your feet touch. You can give yourself a little foot massage. Maybe run your hands up your shins to your knees. I'm going to scoot forward so we can share our story. Okay, this is I Am Love, a book of compassion. This is the 4th in the series of books by Susan Verde and Peter H. Reynolds. He's made the art there. This book was published by Abrams Book for Young Readers, and we're accessing it through Hoopla, which is available for you for free. All of the books are on demand and free for you to access with your San Mateo County Libraries card. I Am Love. When I see someone going through a storm of hurt and unfairness, of anger and sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow gray or grow dark, and I see there is fear, I ask myself, what can I do to help let the light back in? I put my hands on my heart and listen, and that is where I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. So compassion is really caring about others and treating them with kindness and having a strong desire to help those who are in need. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. I can be there. Love is being present. I can hug and hold and say, everything will be all right. Love is comfort. I can speak softly and choose my words and actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all I have and am able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I can know that no one is perfect. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something is wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those I've loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, or a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares and know that all creatures are made from the very same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in, for others and for me, I know there is something I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and light up the sky together. And that's our story. So there's a great note here from the author, as well as some heart-opening yoga poses. And on the very last page, there's also a heart meditation. We're not going to do this meditation today, but you're welcome to revisit this book at any time. It's available on demand on Hoopla with your San Mateo County Library card. We are going to practice these 3 poses, though. A fish pose, a cobra pose, and a cow pose. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can do that together. Hello again. So we're going to play with cow pose first. So I don't know about you, but I know about me, right? And when maybe I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling hurt, like my heart hurts, I find myself rolling forward as if like I am physically trying to protect my heart, to protect myself, both physically and emotionally. And you see this a lot, right? If somebody's feeling down, they just might be down, right? So when we're closed in like that, though, when our heart space is closed off, it can be hard to connect with others, right? To lead with our heart. It can be hard to connect with other people. It can be hard to feel love from others, and it can be hard to share love with others. So we're going to practice today opening up our heart space so we can lead with our heart. So the first pose that we're going to play with today is cow pose. And we've played with cow pose a lot. Cows come up in a lot of our stories. It's a very common pose that you'll see in a yoga class. Often it's partnered with a cat pose, right? Like we round our back like an angry Halloween cat. And the cow pose is where we drop our belly, we lead our chest through our arms, and we tilt our chin up towards the sky, and we say, moo. That's right. So we've played a lot with that cow pose. And you might be wondering why I have a chair in our yoga space today. We're going to play with cow pose in a chair. So this is something we're all very much on our phones, on our devices right now, right? We'll find ourselves very much hunching forward. Cow pose is something that you can practice as part of your yoga practice, right? Our cat-cow pose. You can practice it as part of, in series with other poses, but it's something that you can practice throughout the day to help open up your heart space when you need a little break, right? So you can come to find a seat on any chair. You're going to go ahead and scoot yourself towards the edge of your chair. Find your feet. Here are my feet. Really rooting down into the ground like trees, right? Can you think of your feet as trees, as the roots of trees, finding their way down into the earth? Good job. Feel that support underneath you. So then bring your hands behind you. You can kind of grab the edge of your chair. This is kind of a neutral spine or a straight back, right? As best as we can. And then for our cow pose, just like we do when we're on our hands and knees, we want to bring your belly forward in your chest, shine your heart towards the sky, and lift up your chin as well. If you want to move like a cow, you can, but you don't have to. Grown-ups, this is a good one for you too. Ready? Let's go. Moo. And then come back to a normal sort of straight back again. And then we'll try it again. Moo. You come back. And it's always good to do these poses more than once. And usually when we're opening our heart, we're taking a deep breath in when we do that too. Deep breath in. Move. Should we do it one more time? Deep breath in. And move. Good job. That's another way to play with your cow pose. Help open up your heart space. Take a break when you're sitting at the table doing your homework, or although it's summer now, I hope you don't have too much homework. Or just you need a break from your devices that you're playing on too, right? Your tablet. So take a cow in a chair pose break. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair out of the way really quick. And we're gonna try another pose. So this is cobra pose. We're gonna come down onto our bellies. We've played with cobra or snake pose a lot. Snakes come up in our books too, right? So with your toes together behind you, you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You can inch your way up like a snake and go. Good job. Let's try it again. Good job. One more time. And there's a lot of ways to play with the snake pose to find that opening across your chest and that little bit of a back bend. You can come up just a teeny tiny bit. We call this a baby cobra. You can come up a little higher, and a little higher, and a little higher. Basically straightening your arms as you go. If you'd like, you can also bring your hands out nice and wide and tense your fingers, kind of like spider fingers on the floor. But just bring your hands out wide of your shoulders. You can roll up that way as well. One of my favorite variations is a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx, you bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are straight out in front of you. The Sphinx is in Egypt. You can look that up and see a picture so you can kind of get an idea of what we're trying to look like here. And you just, again, shine your heart through your arms as best as you can. And you can look straight out. You can look up a little bit. I like to look straight out. And this one's easier to hold. It's not so much of an active pose like our cobra pose is, right? You can almost rest here. But when you feel like you're done, go ahead and take your elbows out wide. You can stack your hands in front of you and maybe rest your forehead on top of your stacked hands, or turn one cheek to the side and then the other cheek to the side. And that is a cobra or a snake pose. Now the last pose that we're going to practice today is a fish pose. We've also played with fish pose during our stories. Fishies come up a lot too. And we've done some silly fish poses, right? Like we've brought our elbows down and our hands up to be flippers. We've got a little tail. That can be a fishy pose. We make fishy lips. And we go glub, 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 right? Fishy kisses. But another way to practice fish pose is to put your feet up straight so your legs are flat on the ground. We can use our hands to help us, but essentially what we're going to do is use our arms to prop us up onto the tip of our head, like this. This is a fish pose. But that pose is also a lot. It can feel like a lot of pressure here. It can feel very kind of vulnerable to have your neck just like, look. It doesn't always feel good, and it really doesn't feel good for me, to be honest. So there's lots of different ways that you can modify your fish pose. You can make it work for you. A really great way to do it is to grab a blanket. So you can unfold the blanket, put it on our mat, and then you can just kind of roll up the edge of it. And this is so you can really decide how much support you want under your back here. So you can do one little roll, you can do two little rolls. You get to decide what's right for you. And you might go into one and be like, oh, nope, not right for me, and come back out and change it up. But basically, you're going to roll back. So this is, you'll notice what feels right in your back. But you want that roll kind of under the center, under your shoulder blades. And then rest your head back. You can put your legs out straight again and your arms out to the side. And just close your eyes and rest. If this isn't enough for you, you could roll it up another roll and come down again, okay? That's one way to do it. Another way, if you've got, these are really kind of heavy cork blocks that are used for yoga, it's a prop. If you have these at home, or if you have some big books at home, you could use those too. But you can use these to support you in your fish pose as well. You can put them on any setting, whatever works for you. Another way to make it just right for your body on this day. But you're gonna roll back and find that same spot under your shoulder blades. And then you've got this block here to support your head. And maybe this is high enough. Maybe you wanna make it higher. Same idea. This is another fish pose. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you my favorite way to do a fish pose. If you've got a big pillow or maybe a cushion from the couch, you can do a fish pose on that as well. So I'm gonna put my pillow, this is a special yoga pillow called a bolster. I'm gonna line it up on my mat so that my back is gonna come up against it right at the edge. And then I'm gonna lower myself back onto my pillow. And this can be my fish pose today too. But even then, this isn't quite right for me. So I'm gonna take my blanket and fold it the other direction and use it as a pillow on top of my pillow. And roll back and see if that's enough support. That's pretty good. I could even make my pillow higher though. This is where it's at for me today. So you can find a comfortable position like this and let your body rest. My heart is wide open to receiving and to sharing love. And you can stay here as long as you'd like. It's a very restorative, soothing, calming, taking care of you sort of posture. Okay, everybody. That was I Am Love, a book of compassion. These heart-opening poses have been shown to give us a sense of, affecting our mood and our outlook, and help to create feelings of compassion and love. It's really just like opening up space for you to receive, right, and to give back. So thank you so much for joining me today for Yoga Storytime. I hope that you find that one of those heart-opening poses really works for you, and that you like to explore that and bring that into your day-to-day practice, okay? Let's close out with our Namaste song. Namaste means that the light in me sees and honors the light in you, the goodness, the kindness that is the same in all of us. Let's bring our hands back to our heart space, which you can see or feel how that is feeling for you after those postures. Go ahead and bring your hands back and we'll sing together. Ready? My little light bows to your little light, your little light, your little light. My little light bows to your little light. Namaste. Your little light bows to my little light, my little light, my little light. Your little light bows to my little light. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. I love being here in this space with you. I'm looking forward to next week. Next week we'll be practicing partner poses. So bring a grown-up with you, bring your sibling, bring your teddy bear. We'll have lots of fun. I'm gonna bring my friend too. So yeah, if you haven't already, it's still summer learning time. If you haven't already, sign up for the Summer Learning Challenge. You can find out all the details at summerlearners.org, and you can earn a chance to win a $1,000 college scholarship, which is very exciting. If you have any questions, let us know. You can contact us at 1-833-YES-SMCL. And don't miss our STEAM Camp programming that is still going strong. Early learners are Monday through Thursday and Saturday at 11 a.m. And our elementary age learners, it's Monday through Thursday and Saturday at 1 p.m. Okay? Thank you so much, friends. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.